from my current novel in progress called Shame on the Path, which is about Islamophobia and white supremacy and kind of our current climate. The main character's brother, Cyrus, is killed in a train explosion the year before what I'm about to read, and then subsequent media and police attention accuses him of causing the attack, which was an accident unbeknownst to them. And the main character, Shane, has avoided trains for the past year and is now trying to confront that trauma. So I think the relevant thing to know, because this happens at the end of part 1, is that his family, his Muslim family, has been targeted for different abuses over the past year, including a fist fight that Shane got into that led to his suspension in school. Standing in a busy train station lobby is exactly what you think. Boring. People swirl around me as my heart patters its beat. The anticlimactic arrival helps ease my fraught nerves, slow the drum in my chest. I check my ventral balance and step up to the turnstile. Pushing through it brings back the multitude of times I've done this before. The ebb and flow of the days I spent going downtown with friends, heading home after school. Even Cyrus coming with me on my first day of Ivy's pre-freshman year of summer school to make sure I was okay. Sometimes I forget when he was actually a brother to me. Sometimes I forget he wasn't always labeled a suspect by the system, wasn't always accused of blowing up not only himself, but the hundreds of other people with him. Then I forget he's not still here. Then I'm through the turnstile. It feels no different from being on the outside, except now I'm committed. I've paid good money for this. Muscle memory takes over. I walk up the stairs 2 at a time before I stand on the platform. Okay. Quitting crew means I haven't kept in as good a shape as I would like, but at least the heavy breathing distracts me from looking back at the arrival display to see when the train is headed over. Then I do it anyway. 3 minutes. This is the farthest I've ever gotten. The other 2 times I tried to get on the train, the other 2 times I actually made it to the station, I didn't make it past the turnstile. Maybe today is different because I made a promise to do it, because it's been a year and what bodily remains were left of Cyrus have long since been buried. But I did it. I'm here. I'm waiting for the train. Holy fuck, my stomach hurts. I pace along the wooden planks of the platform. They didn't think to make them futuristic or whatever when they rebuilt the place. Wooden nails, and in memorandum, the half-burnt sign from the wreckage in a glass case over one of the screens. A reminder to every Chicagoan who looks up to check when the next train is coming as to what happened here, the day an explosion took the lives of our people and was pinned on the easiest to blame. 2 minutes. I'm glad another train isn't coming before the brown line. Even though I took my meds before coming here, nausea turns in me like a bag of bouncy balls, the ones we used to play jacks with as a kid. My fingers slide into the back pocket to grip my wallet where I keep my emergency pills. Come on, Shane. You've been on loads of trains before, don't freak out now. But how can I not freak out now? How can I not remember standing down the street a year ago with my knuckle-headed crush, mocking the blood I didn't know was seeping and the bones I didn't know were snapping? How can I not remember the cool breeze and the warm sun, the laughter bubbling through me instead of nausea, the brother that lay 50 feet away, neither of us knowing he was going to be accused of destroying the ecosystem of our city, of our lives, and I would have to live with that. Back to display. Do. My breath catches in my throat, hammers around my ribs when I gulp it down. Now all I hear are the Rex Andersons of the world spitting in my face, screaming, "Get out of my face, you fucking muzzy terrorist piece of shit! Go back to your fucking country!" And my tongue swells, my throat chokes my mouth. I was born here, I want to say. I was born in a hospital down the street from where I live. But all I hear is raghead killer, anti-American libtard, illegal, get the fuck out of our country, you Muslim cunt! How can I live in this world that hates me, that sees the color of my skin and my name and tells me what I'm supposed to be instead of looking at what I am? How do I handle a world where the adults in charge don't protect us because we're the ones they want to blame? I can't. Chest spasms, vision grows dim around the edges, shoulders tighten and ache, rattles of tracks and a sharp whistle. The train. Here it comes, the train, and it overwhelms me, the guilt. It's not my tongue choking me anymore, but Cyrus's body, burning, splintering, metal and glass and smoke filling his lungs and pouring from his nose, his ears, his eyes, coming over. Screams echo in my ears, my head crawling down my neck, the hairs raising and ripping out of my skin, metal and fire and death. The tracks screech and the train crashes and a ball of fire engulfs us all, and I feel my skin burning, blistering, but no. It's just the train, the brown line slowing into the station, and people who are not on fire or screaming step out, on their phones, chatting, hurrying to the next appointment. No smoke, no rain. The conductor keeps their head out to make sure everyone has gotten on. The doors begin to close. Someone jostles me as they run up, sticking their arm out before the rubber stoppers slam shut. The doors snap back open and my feet move before they can resume their original course back down the stairs. For mid-morning on a Saturday, Brown Line has plenty of open seats. I slide into one by the window, breathing hard. The person who ran into me drops their briefcase into another, heels clicking as they shuffle around to remove their jacket. I busy myself by staring at them so I don't have to think harder than I already am. Oxygen. I need oxygen. Oxygen is good. In through narrow nostrils and out through a big mouth. No panicking. I made it on the train. I'm sitting on the Brown Line for the first time of the year and nothing bad is happening. I cover my mouth and breathe into it for a few seconds, swallowing against the dryness in my throat. This is okay. It's a train, nothing more. Not even the first one I've ever been on. The posters advertise clinical trials. The memorial that took place last week. Private schools. The seats are still that mix of scratchy carpet material and metal backings. Nothing is going to explode. This is not a year ago, and I am not my brother. The door between the two train cars opens and someone steps through. That doesn't happen as often in the Brown Line as compared to others. People run across through the cars as they're moving. Though I remember being a dipshit freshman and going through those doors with my friends because it was cool. I look out the window, exhaustion sinking into my muscles, carving out space for myself in the tight places my body hides. I did it. I came on the train after a year. I proved to myself, or Wyatt, or Sahel, or whoever the hell, that I could do it. Now, I want to go home and lie in bed for a few hours. No more thinking about what happened a year ago, at least for as long as I can manage. The person who has been shuffling through the space between the two cars sits next to me. I glance over without really looking before turning back to the window. Then I pause, turn back in slowly, stare. Boucher, says Cyrus.